Hi, welcome along to Arsenal Fan Zones, the show that brings you the latest updates as it concerns Arsenal. Now, if you're visiting this channel for the first time, please do well to hit on the subscribe button and do not forget to turn the notification bell so you get to be notified whenever there's a new video. The North London Derby, Arsenal 2, Tottenham 0. It was obviously another fantastic performance by the young lads, and it's now 8 points clear to all the league. I don't think there's any better time to be an Arsenal fan than now. I mean, with the kind of performance we saw yesterday, it's now very obvious that we might just be a major contender for the Premier League title. I mean, this actually goes out to all the unbelievers who actually think that winning the league is still very far away from Arsenal. But I mean, with the kind of performances that we have had in the last couple of matches, it's obvious that winning the league is a huge possibility. Obviously, that will take a whole lot commitment from the club and, of course, the players as well. It must be said that the last time Arsenal actually won at the Lane was 9 years ago. And the feeling today was just absolutely unbelievable. It's, I mean, it just couldn't be better than what we got. You know, shortly after the World Cup, I mean, on the show, we did talk about the possibility of Arsenal, you know, picking as much as 12 points in their next 4 matches, which eventually culminated in the match against Tottenham. And of course, from those 4 matches, we were able to pick as much as 10 points. We did emphasize the fact that the match against Newcastle United was obviously going to be a very tough one, and that was one game we actually dropped 2 points. But all the same, I mean, 10 points from possible 12 wasn't a bad one. But it must be said also that if we must really push for the league, we also need to play our own parts. Thankfully, we've not had any major injury from the lads. I mean, you don't want to imagine a scenario or a case where a player like Thomas Partey, who has actually been instrumental in the midfield, picks up a major injury, or Saka, who has, you know, matched in virtually all the matches, actually puts up a man of the match performance. Picks up any major injury. The scare is just there, and thankfully we've not had any cause to worry. But that is not, you know, to say that it is okay. I mean, it's good that now that the windows are actually open to go shopping for, you know, players that will just fortify the current squad. Again, it's 10 points clear of Manchester City, and it does look like I mean, the growing belief is we're going to have that growing belief that something positive might just happen at the end of the season. But I mean, 18 points, I mean, 18 games is still, you know, a bit far, if you must say. There are 20 games to go, and a possible 60 points out there to grab. We just wait and see. As the coach will always say, you take each game at a time, and hopefully, you know, we just get to put up our best and see how far we can go. The next match obviously is going to be against a very a rejuvenated Manchester United side. Okay, so let's talk about the performance of the players. From the goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale, who was superb at the start of the second half when Arsenal came under pressure, and quick off his line to make those superb saves. William Saliba, I mean, this guy barely puts a foot wrong all game, alongside Ben White, who had a smooth connection with Bukayo Saka on the right wing. I mean, what can you say about Alexander Zinchenko on the left side, who has actually become a vital part of this Arsenal side? I mean, you can see why. Thomas Partey, the midfield connection Thomas Partey. You must give credit to Thomas Partey and what seems to be a very perfect connection with Granit Xhaka. I mean, that strike would have actually been a contender for goal of the season had it gone in. Another, beautiful performance, brilliant performance from Thomas Partey and of course Granit Xhaka. To Bukayo Saka as always. I mean, he put up another man of the match performance with that goal, alongside the informed captain. I mean, this might just see the best period of his career. Yeah, as a matter of fact, he seems to be arguably the best player in the Premier League at the moment. I mean, Martin Odegaard, he took the goal so well and ran the game in the first half. It was obviously a captain's performance. Now, to the strike force of Edin Ketia, I mean, this guy continues to impress in the absence of Gabriel Jesus. It was a bit of an unfortunate one for Gabriel Martinelli, who could not, score a goal in the game. It was a bit of a quiet game for Gabriel Martinelli, but he still puts up a solid display. So the next match obviously is going to be against a resurgent Manchester United side who, somehow seem to have found their mojo. It's 7 wins in 7 games for Manchester United as it stands now. Obviously, this is going to be another big test for Arsenal. But I mean, it will definitely just show if these guys are actually ready to, pick that title, or it's another tough match. But what can you say? The guys have decided to take the games one after the other. Leave your views in the comment section. What do you think? I mean, the transfer window is still open. Where do you think Arsenal should strengthen, and who are those players you think Arsenal should sign? Before the transfer window eventually comes to a close. Well, again, thank you so much for joining me on the show, and see you some other time.